What is going on, guys? This is EK1 Gaming here, and in today's video we're going to be showing you an AR build and two different options to use with the AR build. One of the options, you can get up to 1 million body shots on NPCs, and also the other option is a little bit less body shots, but you get more survivability, because I know some of you guys don't like using glass cannon. So guys, if you're new to this channel, make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and make sure to leave me a comment in the comment section below. Tell me what build you're running right now. I know there's a lot of these like shield and kind of armor related DPS builds going on. Just let me know in the comment section below what your build is. Now, firstly, getting into this build, I'm using Gunner, partly for the fact is I don't really have many of the others unlocked, and I do enjoy Gunner. So the specialization you can change to how you like it, as long as you've got AR damage maxed out on the actual specialization. Now, for the weapons, you're going to think this is a little bit crazy because not many people use this weapon, and one of these weapons is the FAL SA58 Para. Now on this, it's got 133.6k base damage, 650 RPM, which yes is very low, but you'll see in a second it hits hard. And then the mag is only 40. Now the reason the mag's 40 is because I've modded it to put the extra 20 rounds. So if you don't have this, you could use the extra 10 rounds or one of the others here to make it up a little bit, but you'd ideally want to have that extra 20 rounds, because with 20 rounds in the mag, you're probably not going to do that much as if you were to have the extra 20. So on the gun, I've gone crit damage, 20 rounds, crit damage. Now, I could change these out and put like some crit chance mods instead. But I'm kind of happy the way it is right now. Like, you could switch it out for crit chance if you want to get your crit chance up slightly. I'll show you the stats on the FAL right now. It's got 48% crit chance and 194.4 crit damage. Now, like I say, you can put more chance if you like, but I just get as close to 50%, and that's like 50% chance of it being a crit. That's enough for me, and to keep that crit damage. Now, on the actual FAL itself, we've got assault rifle damage maxed out, health damage, and then plus 10% damage to target out of cover. Now, on the talent, I'm using Killer. The reason I'm using Killer is I quite like it. Like, if killing an enemy with a critical hit grants 40% crit damage for 10 seconds, which does bump up your damage quite a bit. Now, that's open. You can kind of change that to however you want it, but I did roll on damage to target out of cover, so I can't actually roll the talent off. I do have another version of this weapon, and on the other version, I run assault rifle, health damage, crit damage, and strained. But again, I'd probably change the crit damage out for like damage to armor or something along those lines to give me that extra damage. Now that's got 133.6. So that's how I run my primary weapon. So basically, I'm going to show you the primary weapon damage. So to the body, 900k to the body right now. 1 million to the body. Again, 1 million to the body. So you're averaging between 850k to 1 million to the body with this. As you can see, it literally just shreds through. It takes not even half the clip. So headshots, you can get up to 1.2 million. And you can see the rate of fire is it's not as bad as it seems. Okay, so that's not too bad in my opinion. I like that rate of fire. That's pretty cool. And it's a pretty accurate gun and easy to handle the recoil. Now, my secondary gun, I'm using the FAMAS 2010. And that's only 103 base damage. But I've got assault rifle damage, health damage, damage to target out of cover. And then on this, I rolled in sync. And basically, in sync is going to help with the turret. And I'm going to get a little bit more damage as well when I'm using the turret or a drone or whatever skill you want to use. So basically, hitting an enemy grants 15% skill damage for 5 seconds. And then using a skill or damaging an enemy with a skill grants 15% weapon damage for 5 seconds. So as long as that turret's out, you're going to have that stack of 15% weapon damage. Now, damage increases are doubled while both buffs are active at the same time. So if your turret is putting in work and you're shooting, you are going to get 30% weapon damage increase every 5 seconds, for 5 seconds basically, and it will keep stacking up. It will just keep going and going and going. So once you chuck the turret out, just keep smashing the targets, and you'll see a rise in the damage. So let's take a look at the FAMAS now. Let's just reload. I've got the same mods on the FAMAS as I do on the FAL, so the extra 20 mag, etc. So let's just take a look now randomly. 694 to the body, which is still good. It's still putting out good damage. To the head, 892. You can see how fast this fires, though. This is rapid. So it's taking the targets down a lot faster than the FAL, but it's doing a little bit less damage on each bullet, which is not a problem. It's not a bad thing. So now I'll chuck my turret over there and just shoot a target. So you can see I've got the stack. Now if I start shooting, you'll see 780, was that 783? 783,000 to the body now. And to the head, over 1 million. So it hits over 1 million. See how easy it is? InSync is probably one of the most underrated talents on the game right now. If you're not running InSync on at least one AR or one weapon that you can actually hit shots constantly with, then you need to really redo your build and put InSync on that as well. So you might be asking now, what am I actually using in terms of the build? Now it's a pretty basic DPS build, you know. It's not tanky. It is this version is squishy, and I'm going to show you one change that I make to make myself a bit more tanky but still do good damage. So the mask I'm using is the Providence mask, and you want weapon damage, crit chance, and a crit damage mod on there. The backpack we're using, again, we're using the Providence backpack. We've got weapon damage, crit chance, and crit damage mod. You're going to want crit damage, crit chance on everything. And the talent I'm using is Vigilance, okay? You can use this, you can use Companion, you can use whatever you like, because obviously if you take damage, the buff is disabled for 4 seconds. So people don't like Vigilance. I kind of prefer Companion. You get the 15% and you pretty much get that all the time, especially if you're using a turret or a drone even, then that's going to help you out a lot. But for this build, I'm using Vigilance right now. Now, the glove, I'm using the Grupo Sombra for the crit hit damage. And again, weapon damage, crit chance. You can see it's not maxed out. So I've got another 5% or 4.4% I can put on crit damage here. So I'd probably look for a better set of gloves and max roll them. Again, that would put me up to over 200 crit damage on that build now. And then it would put me up a little bit, probably near on 50% for the crit chance if I was to max it out. On the knee pads, I'm using the Fox's Prayer knee pads. Simply weapon damage to target out of cover, which helps a lot. And I've got a 12% crit damage on there as well. So these knee pads are probably best in slot still. I haven't found a set of knee pads that are better than these, so I prefer to use these on most of my builds. So on the holster, I am actually using a Fenris holster to give me the assault rifle damage. And of course, I've got weapon damage, crit chance. Again, it's not maxed out, so there's more potential there for me to higher my stats. Now, on the chest piece, everyone's complaining, like, don't use perfect glass cannon. So this initial build is perfect glass cannon, and then I'm going to show you another version of it in just a second, just by changing this chest piece out. So on the perfect glass cannon, I've got weapon damage, crit chance, crit damage, and then a crit damage mod. Of course, all damage you deal is amplified by 30%. All damage you take is amplified by 60%. This is really squishy. If you start getting hit in legendaries, you're going to get dropped quick. Same as in PvP. You're going to get dropped pretty fast if you're running this chest piece. But I run this in the raid with no problem. You know, the brand new raid, I do ads and everything in there, and I don't die that often. And it's pretty cool. It just depends if you've used it. I've used this since it came out. So for me, it's like a no-brainer. I always just click it on. But I have started using Unbreakable. So I have another chest piece, a Providence chest piece. Let me just put the mod on it for you guys so you can see the damage. So I have another Provenance chest piece, and this basically gives me weapon damage, crit chance, and crit damage again. And then Unbreakable. So when your armor is depleted, it repairs 95% of your armor every 60 seconds. So it cools down for 60 seconds, and then it gives you back. That's basically giving you like an extra armor life. Okay, so if you're wanting a little bit of extra security, not getting dropped so easily, you can switch to this. Of course, now you're going to be losing 30% of your weapon damage. But you'll still see now that it's not actually too bad still. So 895 to the head. To the body, 699k. This is with the FAL. The 794k to the body now with the killer procced. So you can see 794k to the body is pretty good. Again, to the head, 990,000. So you're nearly hitting 1 million to the head, which is pretty good for me. I think that's a good number to hit. It's not too low. It's not ridiculously high where you're too squishy. And obviously you've got that Unbreakable. Now the FAMAS, this will obviously shoot faster. 689 to the head. To the body, 536. Now again, put your skill out because you've got the in sync. Make sure it's stacking. So to the head, you're now doing 777k. To the body, 604. So you can see there is a massive improvement just by using it. And you can see how fast these targets are going down with the FAMAS. I use the FAMAS a lot because of InSync. Honestly, it's a really good gun. The rate of fire is ridiculous on it. And you can see how fast I'm taking these down. Even body shots take them down fast. It's just incredible. It's a really good build. I'm having so much fun using this build right now. It absolutely shreds through heroics. I'll show you the gameplay in a second of me in the raid with it, doing ads in the raid. What I do is I'll show you my watch. I've got weapon damage, crit chance, crit damage maxed out on it, and then I'm working on my headshot damage. That's pretty much all you need when it comes to this part of the build. There's not really much else that you can do. I use a assault turret, and the mods that I use on the assault turret, damage mod, health mod, and a skill haste mod. You can do those mods however you please. You're really just using that to get the extra weapon damage. You're not really relying on the turret itself. And then I use obviously a revive hive because if you get dropped, you want to get up. But you could switch out the turret maybe to a drone. Anything that's going to basically continually be active and damaging a target. So you want something that's active a long time. So that's why I picked like a turret or a drone. And it's so easy just to keep that going. And then the in sync will constantly be procced for you to do more damage on your base weapons. So I hope this actually helps you guys building an AR build. See which one you prefer, whether you use Unbreakable or whether you want to even use a different talent on the chest. But I choose Unbreakable because, one, I have a really good Provenance Unbreakable chest, and two, it just gives you that extra security, especially if you're on a raid with a group and you don't want to get dropped. So I'm going to show you some gameplay now of this build. Hopefully you guys put this together okay. If you've got any questions, make sure you ask me in the comment section below. I will answer them all. Take care, everyone. Enjoy the gameplay, and I'll see you all in the next video. Let's go!